and God loves everybody. God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. Woo! Hello, universe.
Hello, universe.
And welcome back to the Mrs. Wonderful Show.
Mm-hmm.
I am so glad and honored that you have decided to join us on today. So, welcome to Therapy TV, where we don't just talk, we connect.
And make a mission to connect with y'all every time we do these shows. And we hope that we are doing a good job at it.
Yes. Everybody, please welcome back our guest co-host, Tony.
Good morning.
Tony, if you are on Instagram, Facebook, of course we are on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, you can see Tony promoted on all social media.
Yeah, I'm getting a nice big push. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'm just grateful that Tony, out of his busy schedule, that he decided to come and be a part of the Miss Wonderful Show.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, are you tired, Tony?
No, I'm waking up.
Oh.
That's a wake up yawn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
That's
you.
a wake up yawn. So,
yeah.
No, by no means I'm not sleepy. I've got a nice good night's sleep. So yeah, these are just my wake up yawn.
Well, you look nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So, you guys, I thank you so much for tuning in, because you're busy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank you for wherever you are, whether you're on your phone, you're at work, probably sneaking around looking at the video or something.
You're not supposed to be watching us, but if you are, that's a good thing. But it's not a good thing, so I'm going to keep that quiet.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get on with the show.
All right, let's get on with it.
Okay, so today's discussion and question is, what do you love about yourself?
Good topic.
Yes.
It's good topic. Good topic.
So I'm going to go ahead and start us off.
You started off.
All right, so what I love about myself is that I am created. I am created to be creative, and I'm a very joyful person. I really am a joyful person. You know, even though life can test you sometimes and cause you not to be joyful, but I'm a joyful person, so I really like that. You know, no matter how hard life gets, I keep trying to keep my joyfulness. Yes, if you don't like something about yourself, if you can change it, you can change it if you don't like something about yourself. We all have things about us that we may love and we may not like. So, Tony, I'm going to ask you the first question.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that you love about yourself?
Something that I love about
myself? Can you share with the universe?
Well, I love a couple things about myself. For one, I'm much like you. I love the fact that I have a creative spirit inside of me to want to be innovative, want to do different things, kind of want to step outside of the box. So I do love that about myself. It's a lot. I love my attitude about life. Just the simple fact that you can start something brand new on a everyday basis. That each day gives you the opportunity to do something brand new. You know, and that's a quality of myself that I've developed as I've gotten older, that realizing that there's different things that you can do every day that you can always change. Going back to what you were saying, that if there's something about yourself that you do not like, that you actually can change it. And every day is a brand new day to hit the reset button and do something different and to do it over, you know. So yeah.
I want to tell you something that I like about you, Tony, is that you're a good worker.
Oh,
yeah, you're an excellent worker. Hollywood, America, everywhere. Everybody, this dude is a good worker. You know, even though I am, you know, This is my show. This guy keep me on my toes right here. This guy is a good worker.
Well,
So
if you're gonna show up, you gotta do the job. If you're gonna show up, you might as well show up and do the job and do it right. I used to have that philosophy when I was in school. I used to be like, well, if I'm gonna go through the classes and go through the grade, I might as well do it right the first time instead of doing it two or three times. You know what I mean? Not to say that, that's a problem. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you're gonna do something, do it to the best of your ability. If you do it to the best of your ability, then you kind of don't. I ain't gonna say you don't have no room for error, because there is room for error. And you learn something, you're always gonna be room for error. But do it right the first time. If you can do it right the first time, then you can just go ahead and knock it on down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I want to say this, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's easy to change something about yourself that you don't like? Anybody. Do you think it's easy, or
it's I say it's 50-50, because it depends on what you're trying to change. If it's something small, then I think that can be something relatively easy that you have to that you can change. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, okay, well, as an example, if you let's say you get up late for work. You get up late for work and you find yourself saying, "Oh, I can't get up on time. I can't get up on time." Set your alarm a little bit earlier, or just have the discipline to get up 15 minutes earlier than what you normally would do. I feel like something like that is something easy that you can change. That's something that says, okay, well, I got up late today. I set my alarm for 7 o'clock. Let me set my alarm for 6:45. And you have to discipline yourself to do better. As far as the things that are more harder to change, it might be something that you've been doing for years, a bad habit, or something about yourself that you might want to change that you can't quite get a grip on it. So I think that takes a little bit more time. That takes a lot more discipline, but you got to do it piece by piece. I think if you're doing it piece by piece, or the term inch by inch, everything is a cinch. You know what I mean? So if you do it a little bit of it every day, working on getting better at it a little bit every day. Nobody said you got to jump leaps and bounds to change overnight. Nobody changes overnight. To me, how I feel, nobody changes something that takes a while to change overnight. It takes time. Say Rome wasn't built in a day, big cities wasn't built in a day, different things that goes on in life. It doesn't take one day to build that. So you have to kind of take that philosophy to say, hey, in order for me to get better, it takes time. It takes time, but you have to make sure you have to keep on working on it. Don't work on it 2 or 3 days and you feel like I don't see no change, and you go back to the old way of doing it. You have to stay on it, and it's a discipline thing. You have to stay on it. You have to stay very diligent about it. You have to just stay focused. If you can stay focused enough to change it, if you want to change it bad enough, then the change will come through. It might take a month, might take weeks, might take years. But every little bit that you keep working on, it gets a little bit better as time passes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, that's pretty much sums and everything.
You got nothing to say?
Well, no, Well, you pretty much said everything I would probably say, but I know that when I was working on myself, it was really hard. It was very difficult. It wasn't easy.
I'm pretty sure you're still working on yourself.
And I'm still working on myself every day.
As am I. Yeah.
Yeah. So I worked on myself. It's tough. It's going to take some time, and you have to keep on working on yourself. Mm-hmm. So you might mess up today, so you try again tomorrow.
Yeah. And don't beat yourself up.
Yeah. Please don't beat yourself
up. If you feel like you're working, let's say you've had 4 or 5 good days of working on yourself, and you had that one day where maybe something got to you, or somebody said something to you, or you might have woke up not feeling too peachy about yourself, and you might not be able to explain why you feel the way you feel, and it might affect the way you feel about what you're trying to do, or what you are doing. I don't want to say what you're trying to do, but what you are doing. Don't beat yourself up. It's just called life. That's called life, and you're gonna have days like that where you're doing great for so many days or for so many weeks or however long you're going, and you just might have that one day where it's just like, man, I just can't get out this rut. I can't get out. I can't get out of my feelings, or I'm in a slump. I just feel like things ain't going the way it needs to go today, and you have to keep on pushing through, because that's just the ups and downs of what life takes you through. Life is a roller coaster, and when you're working on yourself, that's a roller coaster as well. You got good moments, you got bad moments, but you have to stay the course. Don't worry about what it looks like right now. It might not look like the most glamorous of times at the present moment, but you have to say, okay, you have to keep on plugging away at what you want to do. You're not who you are right now. You have to just say, okay, I got a vision of what I want to do. I got a vision of what I want myself to be like, and I have to keep on plugging away at that.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I wanted to say too that I remember when first of all, when I got married, early on in my marriage, I remember my husband saying to me, I was always saying, okay, you need to change this, you need to change that, pointing fingers at him. So then I said, he said one thing. He said, when you decide to change yourself, then I will change myself, and work on what I need to be, what I need to change. And the moment I decided to take him up on that offer, I decided to change some things about myself. And when I did that, I became addicted to change, addicted to self-improvement. And I wanted to keep changing. That's how I came about with this show, start doing stuff to change and get better or whatever. So you might find out that you might like changing. It might make you a better person.
It actually gets addicting.
Yeah, it does.
It gets very addicting. Like a good brand of cocaine.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say cocaine, but a good addiction.
No cocaine.
It becomes a good addiction. Let me put it to you like that, because you find out there are things inside of you that are there, but you really kind of don't have the courage to go after it. Then when you actually tap into that courage, well, I'm speaking from my own experience, because it's like, well, when I started tapping into making myself better, the courage kind of came automatically. It kind of was like, okay, let's just go ahead and do it. I don't know about you, Ms. Wonderful, or anybody else out there, but we kind of already know what we need to do to improve on ourselves. It's just the fact that we have to act on it. And I think what happens is a little bit of fear comes into play. You kind of think, different things are going to happen to you if you change, or you kind of feel like if you leave your old ways behind you, this new sense of self, I don't know, it just kind of seemed like that new sense of self is almost going to sabotage who you are.
Oh.
It makes you better.
That sounds like another show.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. So
stay tuned, okay?
Yeah, once again, we kind of venturing over to another topic.
Yeah, but stay tuned with that.
Graze the surface a little bit. It's like, okay, it's almost like, okay, don't be afraid of the change that you're feeling. Just go with it. And you find out that courage that you feel like you might not have, it starts to automatically happen. You start finding yourself doing things that you thought you was afraid of before, and then you start naturally doing the things that you need to do in your change. And you're like, wow, I'm doing what I thought I would be afraid of, and it's actually coming a lot more easier and more naturally than I thought it would come if I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So,
So, Tony, we're going to have to stop right here.
We're going to stop, because then we're going to go in another direction.
We're going into another direction, because you know what? Y'all stay tuned, because that sounds like another show.
Okay, we'll touch on that at another time.
We're going to touch on that at another time.
Okay.
Yeah, so stay tuned, okay?
Okay.
Good job. Because I can talk about that that self-sabotaging self, like that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely we can talk about self-sabotaging.
Yeah,
that's another show.
That's another show.
Yeah, we gonna get to that later. We're gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that one later.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and conclude that concludes today's discussion.
Okay.
All right. So, and on to our uplifting moment.
Okay.
If you have a negative emotion such as jealousy or anger, think twice before you move on.
Mm-hmm.
These emotions can harm someone, so please stop and think before you react. So I want to say that if you suffer with jealousy or anger, it's the action. You might feel this. It's not going to harm you, by feeling it, but it's how you react, your action can really harm someone.
Yeah, that can be the harmful part of the jealousy and the anger, and it's an emotion. It's something that it can be controlled. Going back to what we were saying earlier today, that if there's something about yourself, and if jealousy and anger is one of those things that seems to be a problem, then you have to work on controlling that. And we all suffer from those type of emotions. I've had jealousy and anger creep up in my system, but what I do with my jealousy and my anger, I'm proud of the person for getting what they get. And it gets easy. After a while, it gets easy because then you don't start. You don't feel the jealousy no more. Because after a while, you're like, well, why am I jealous of what somebody else is being blessed with? Because I have my own blessings that I'm going to come in contact with. You know what I mean? So that's how I handle jealousy, which is so easy for me to deal with now. If somebody else has something that I might want or something else that might be a little bit better than mine, I don't get jealous. I say, you know what? Kudos to you. I'm happy for you because my blessing is coming my way. And as far as anger is another emotion that has to be controlled. You have to make a decision to say, am I going to get angry about this, or am I just going to sweep it underneath the rug? It's control. You have to be able to control it. Don't let your emotions control you. You have all the ability inside of you to control every emotion that comes up in you.
That's interesting because Miss Tony, I was going to ask you, how did you feel, about what I'm talking about, and have you ever seen people with anger problem?
Well, I've had anger problems in my life, and it surfaces every now and so often. I'm not perfect, and it surfaces. It's something that developed as I got older, that I found myself getting angry about a lot of small trivial things, and I have to control that because it's like it'll lead me to making decisions that down the line I'll look back and I'll be like, well, why did I do that? Why did I let my anger control my emotions when I could have just backtracked and thought about it for a second and said, okay, I can make a better decision than letting my anger made the decision for me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that suffer from the anger issues. You know what I mean? And as I say, with me, I work on it. I do things for my anger. For one, I play video games. That works out the kinks of my anger. I exercise a lot, so that definitely helps. That's definitely therapeutic. You know what I mean? And I don't want y'all to think I'm walking around here beating up people, because I'm not beating up people. It's just something that developed as I gotten older, and I'm like, okay, well, I can control this. This doesn't have to take control of me. Yeah.
And I have experienced jealousy issues, and when I first started experiencing that type of emotion, I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how, it was different feelings, and I didn't understand it. Why am I feeling this way about certain things? I didn't understand, but I can tell you this: jealousy can make you angry. Mm-hmm. Jealousy can make you, feel these very strong feelings. And I want to say, the action. Listen to me carefully. If you feeling jealous about someone or something or whatever it is, do not respond in a way that's going to harm that person. First of all, don't even respond.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Don't even respond.
Yeah. It's not even worth it.
Right.
For what?
If you having jealousy issues, do me a favor, buy you a journal and write down your jealousy issues, why you feeling jealousy, and then also write down what you're grateful for, because God has things for you, and you can't focus on all these jealousy issues. Find out why you're jealous. Get to those issues. If you're not a writer, do the best you can to try to write in a journal. Buy a journal. A journal could be $2, $1, or just a regular notebook.
Yeah,
and write down your feelings, and therefore if you put them in a book, you're not walking around with all this emotion just built up in you. Talk to God about it so he can heal you through the jealousy. People, jealousy can ruin relationships. Jealousy can ruin a lot of things. Do not allow that to be a part of you. Do not allow it to ruin your life. Please listen to me. Good. Whew. Okay.
Look like you got a lot of load off your chest with that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm here. This is Therapy TV. And we are here to help you, whatever I have experienced, whatever I have gone through. I'm not going to be embarrassed. I'm going to talk to you because, I feel like God has put me here to talk to you. And you know what? Somebody have to be able to talk about it. How else can we grow and learn if everybody keeps everything in and you're so embarrassed or you just don't want to talk about it? I mean, we all have problems. Mrs. Wonderful is not perfect. I am a human being.
And I'm definitely not perfect at all.
We are not perfect.
I got my malfunctions as well.
Yeah, so we putting it out there.
We out there with y'all. We're one of y'all.
Yeah.
And we just want to let y'all know that, we feel some of the same things that y'all feel because we are all human.
Yeah.
We all human, and we all go through the same things that y'all are going through out there. You know what I mean? So some of y'all going through some of the things we're talking about right now. Some of y'all have been through it, and y'all going through a whole new set of different life situations. As we're going through a whole new set of life things. So just to let y'all know that you have two people that's running with y'all in the same similar situations. So you're not alone, pretty much.
And I want to say, I don't know if you guys out there watch Divorce Court with Judge, what's her name?
Lynn Tolan.
Okay, hi Miss Tolan. I like her.
Mm-hmm.
She's cool. Okay, I want to say that it was a situation up there between a husband and a wife. And the wife, I believe, I guess she thought the husband was cheating or whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
She took his phone and just kind of broke his phone and threw it on the ground out of her anger. And just she would break his cell phones, all of his cell phones and everything. See, that's the anger.
And she calls it the stupid tax afterwards, because then you have to pay to replace it. It's taking money out of your household or whatever you put in your finances to, because you have to replace these things. So it makes a lot of sense. For a temporary moment of gratification and the anger, you have to pay down the line. You know what I mean? I take a line from what I hear from Les Brown. You can pay now or you pay double later. So it's like, okay, with that anger, it's you're gratifying yourself, but you're paying double later, because now you got to replace your phone. Now you got to take money that you didn't have to replace that. In this day and age, everybody needs a phone or whatever you take. So the stupid tax makes sense. It's almost like you can just let it go now, or you're gonna be paying double later. And it really doesn't make much sense to do that. So.
And if you're walking around angry, please change. Please. Life is too short.
We can say that, but at the same time,
yeah,
you really don't know what people got going on in their lives.
Okay.
So we can say don't walk around angry and change, but we really don't
just yelling at people. You just walking around and yelling at people. I mean, please.
I think that's a little bit over the top.
But but there's some people out there that do that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you still don't know what's going on in their life.
Okay.
So
okay.
Before we judge, which we are not in the position to judge anybody, we only leave that up to God.
Yeah.
We need to know what somebody is going through.
I just want you happier. I want you.
Be happy.
I just want you happy, and I just want you to be less stressed.
If you can.
If you can.
If you can. Just find ways to work on it, and just find ways to improve on what's going on in your life. But like we said, we don't know what people are going through, and we empathize, we sympathize, we empathize if you are going through something, because we don't know your story, and you could be going through anything. You know what I mean? So we just, if you are going through something, we'll say get some help. You know, get some help so you can feel better, because life is for the living. It's not for the dead. Leave the dead leave the dead in the cemetery. You're alive, you're upright, you're breathing. So everybody deserves a shot at living their life. Once again, we're going off in different subjects once again. So we're straying away from the topic. So do we want to get back on course?
Actually, we're finished for the for one of the uplifting.
Well, I guess moments. This is the uplifting moment.
Uplifting moment. So this is.
I guess it is part of the.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Trust me, I'll let you know. We need to get back on track.
Okay.
So you're good. Okay. You're good. Like I said, this is therapy TV.
Yeah, it is therapy TV. Therapy TV. All right.
Yeah. So, if you can't afford a therapist, guess what?
We're here. We're free.
And we're free.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We're free.
We're free.
We talk about
ain't nothing like no free
everything.
therapy.
Yeah, we talk about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
So, all right. Well, let's get on to the book of the day.
Okay.
The book of the day is by my dear friend Lakita T. Sharp. This is the second book to her series, The Adventures of Rainbow Girl series. And this one is Rainbow's surprise 16th birthday party at the Emerald Library. Okay. All of her characters experience some sort of adversity. Please check out her books at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Like her on Facebook at Lakita T. Sharp. Visit her website at www.lsharp.simplesite.com. Now, if you have a question for me, Mrs. Wonderful, or Tony, please shoot us an email at ksharpkids@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And once again, we thank you so much for viewing. I enjoyed you and just enjoyed spending time with all of you today. Remember, stay cool, stay smooth, and stay marvelous.
Just to touch on what you said before. As we said, this is Therapy TV.
Therapy TV, honey.
If y'all watching out there, you have any questions, any issues, anything that y'all want us to talk about, like you said, shoot us an email, and we'll see what we can do for you guys.
Yeah, so we can.
We're here for y'all.
Yes.
Right?
So whatever the question is, and if it's a little bit explicit. Just say the question.
We'll try to tone it down, but we'll welcome the questions. Yeah, we're welcome the questions.
Just send it in, okay?
Just send it in. We'll open the questions.
Yeah.
We want to kind of keep this as an open forum if we can. So send the questions in. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Come on and make us a part of y'all lives.
Yeah. So this is life, and we are all going through something. I know.
Young, middle-aged,
right,
old.
So
it's all in this grand scheme of life. From life to death. So that's
so this is your home, okay? So we're here for you.
Once again, I'm not taking over Mr. Bumpkin's spot. I'm not taking his spot. I'm just here temporarily. So until Mr. Bumpkins come back, I'll be filling in his shoes. Yeah. All right.
Well, I love you. And as always, God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. Bye, universe.
Signing off, universe. Y'all take it easy.
Love you.